The fan-in and fan-out commands are used to display multiple wires from a cable that come together into a single wire or signal path, and then split back out again. In this example, I'll show you how to use fan-in and fan-out with a multicore cable using wire numbers and cable tags. First, I'm going to insert a connector. I'm going to use 10 pins and use a spacing of 20. I'll put this one on the far left of the drawing. I'll add the description PLC connector. Okay. Now, on the other side of the drawing, I'm going to add another connector, which is going to have the opposite orientation, same spacing and same number of pins. And description encoder connector. Going to add multi-wire bus, add the component. I'll select the component and then add the wires. I'll do the same thing on the other side. You select the component, enter, and then click. Now, I have the wires on both connectors. So these wires are going to be connected from one connector to the other. First thing is I'm going to add a cable marker to identify the cable on the PLC connector side. I'm going to click on the top one. I'm going to search for a cable from the catalog. I need a 10 conductor cable, so I'll just select this one will do. That's good. Now I'm going to insert a child, and I will be adding all of the cores of the 10 core cable. Okay, so now I have all the cores identified. I'm going to line them up, make it look neater. Good, now they're all aligned. Now I'm going to add wire numbers. I will start at 100, pick individual wires because I just want to add the wires on the left hand side. So I select the wires that I want to number and hit enter, and it numbered all the wires on the PLC connector. To do the fan in, I go to the schematic tab and the insert wires wire number section. I find the fan in source. You can see there are three types of graphical representations of fan in, fan out, so you can choose whichever graphical representation you prefer. Select the orientation that best suits your layout. Now click on the first wire. It's going to ask you to add a code. I'm going to call it WD1-1 as it is the first core of the wire. Then it asks you if you want to insert the matching destination symbol now. If you click no, you'll add another source, but then it will ask you each time. If you do no, don't ask, it will do all the sources in a row. If you do yes, you enter the destination one by one, and then if you do yes, you'll do it every time you enter a source, you'll add a destination. The source fence insert is the one that I prefer because you'll say exactly which wires are all the sources, and then you'll just click them sequentially. So I select the fence of all the wires that I want to add. And it will automatically number the cores 2, 3, and I'll just go through them. Okay. You will see that to the left of the fan-in symbol, you have a wire, and then to the right, it has changed the wire into another layer, multi-wire. And that happened to all of the wires of that fan-in that I've just done. Now I can do fan-out destination. I'll use the same style but with a different orientation. Click on the top wire, which is going to be the first one. Click on drawing to find the existing fan-ins. And I find the first one there, WD1, 1. Click OK. And that's the first one done. You can see it automatically got the wire number and the description, as well as the location. 22.1 is the location of the page and the position of the page. Now I will sequentially do them. I click show unpaired just to make sure I don't miss anyone. And all the fan-in, fan-out signals are connected. I'm just going to align them to make it neater again. Perfect. Again, here you can see that it is the wire going into the connector, and then on the other side of the fan-out symbol, it is the layer multi-wires. Now I can use any layer really to do the graphical representation of the wires joining in and going into one line and then going to the other side. What I'll do next is I go to schematic tab again, edit wires, wire number section, and there is a button there that is called fan in out single line layer. And this is a neat tool to just make sure that the lines going between the fan in and the fan out are all on the multi-wire label. So I just select them and hit enter, and these lines have moved from whichever layer they were into the multi-wire layer. I can add an extra marker to that line going in between the fan in and the fan out if I want to identify the cable. So I know this is WD2. So it's showing all of the individual cores, so I can select it and then just remove the details because that's not relevant for this tag, and you can see the representation of WD2 there. And as well, I can add individual extra markers to each of the cores on the fan out destination. And that is mostly to show you of all the information that is possible to add and to make the drawing and this example as complete as possible. But it is up to you how much information you want to add. So with all the cable core information detailed, this is a very good example of how you can use the fan in, fan out. If you don't want to use a single line going all the way from the fan in side to the fan out side, you can use source and destination. And this way you can even put these across different pages and it will do exactly the same function and provide all this information. I hope you found this example helpful, and I'll see you on the next tutorial.